Hi, solution seekers. It's Anita with Anita Solution. I have lost over 100 pounds twice, once the hard way and once the easy way. So the hard way was calories in, calories out, as if it really doesn't matter what you eat as long as the calories stack up and you can go into a deficit with exercise. Yeah, you can do that for only so long before you can't keep up with the exercise and all the weight comes on. It comes back on. I tried to become a vegan and I gained back like 68 pounds in about 3 months. So now I have lost over 150 pounds with keto and fasting, and it has been so easy. I can't even believe it. I was just watching some videos and I saw a vegan channel and I didn't realize that it was a vegan channel because I was very perplexed by what she was showing on the plate. She had like a half of a bagel, I think it was, and smeared with peanut butter and then some asparagus and something else that I couldn't recognize. I don't know what that was. And you know, where was the protein? Where was the fat besides the peanut butter, a little bit of peanut butter or whatever it was? That's not healthy. That's just not healthy. I'm sorry. We were made to eat meat. It's an inconvenient truth, to borrow that from Al Gore. It just is true. And you know, if you try to go vegan and then you go back onto eating meat, you'll notice the difference. I can't believe I spent my whole life in pain, in inflammation with, what did I had joint pain all the time. My back would go out. I had to take proton pump inhibitors for heartburn, or I couldn't even lay down. I would have to raise up the pillow and stuff and try to put baking soda in water and drink that before I laid down on top of the proton pump inhibitors. And I thought, I can never get off of that. I completely forgot I was on it now. I forgot until somebody else mentioned it and said that they got off of it, and I was like, so did I. I forgot about that medication. I completely forgot because it was over the counter, right? And now there's a lawsuit about ranitidine, which I used to take all the time, saying that it causes cancer, and then I had breast cancer removed. I don't know if it's connected or not, but you know, the thing is, it's always better not to take any medications that you don't have to take, right? And so anyway, when I got onto the purple pill, that's supposed to be like, you're never getting off this. You know, your food, your contents of your stomach will come up into your throat. It's terrible. But somehow eating whole food, keto, and intermittent fasting, and some longer fasts. My longest fast has only been 5 days. I have not done, you know, but I have only done that once also. It's pretty intense. 3-day fasts are probably the best, and there are a lot of people who say there's not much benefit beyond that, but I don't know, the opinions vary. Then there's another study that says that if you fast for 7 days, that you can reduce your risks of cancer and all mortalities by a ton if you only do it once a year. Who knows? I don't know if that's true, but I do know that we were not made to eat every 5 seconds. When I was growing up, I'm 61 now, so when I was growing up, they really messed with everything. They took it all and turned it upside down. It used to be that we just ate whatever mom gave us or whatever, right? But then they started telling mom, hey mom, you gotta put this much meat, a small amount of meat, and you have to put vegetables, and then you have to put potatoes, and then you have to have bread on the side. And then they would, market us the cereal. The cereal boxes would have cereal with toast. I don't know if they still do that. I can't look at the boxes anymore. I just don't even look. It's majority sugar. And then you have to remember that all starch turns into sugar. So if it is cereal, if it is potato, if it is a healthy whole grain, it's turning into sugar. That is sugar. It might as well be table sugar. In some cases, that stuff is worse. Like a piece of bread will spike your blood sugar higher than eating straight sugar. So that's kind of ridiculous. So you just need to be cognizant that every single time you put something into your mouth, no matter what it is, pretty much, it's going to tell your body to create insulin, and then the insulin is going to tell your body to store that fat. And so the worse of a thing that you are eating, the more it tells you to store fat. If it's a high glycemic like sugar, if it's bread, if it's even fruit. Our fruit, come on, our fruit is not the fruit that our grandma had. My grandmother, especially I'm older, and so my family, and I was older. My mother was older when she had me. She was 40 when she had me, and so my grandparents would have been alive very long time ago. My mom was born in 1922. So yeah, they had different fruit. It's been, intentionally bred to be sweeter so that it would sell better. Come on, it's all modified. We know. It's not the same apple that it was years ago. It's way sweeter. And so it's going to kick up your insulin a lot higher, and your body's going to store that fat. It is the next thing. Protein does tell your body also to store that fat with insulin, but the rise is much lower. It's much more body friendly. But you do have to remember that. So you don't want to eat 6 small meals a day. You don't want to, continuously be eating and putting something into your mouth, because every time you do that, pretty much it's going to make a blood sugar spike of some kind, and then followed by an insulin spike. And that's just how your body is supposed to work. And I wouldn't know that if it weren't for Freestyle Libre 3. I'm going to do some videos about that. But yeah, you can see it in real time what is happening with your blood sugar. And whenever there is a sugar spike, there's going to be an insulin spike that follows right behind it. And every time there's an insulin spike, store that fat. So, yep, the one thing, the fat does not trigger insulin response much. So, but I struggle with, what do you eat that's fat? Well, there's avocado, there's butter, there's ghee, coconut oil. Most of this stuff is not stuff you would sit down and munch on, besides avocado. So yeah, I struggle with that a little bit, but instead of doing that, I just do intermittent fasting. And I basically have about a 4 or 5 hour window to eat daily, and that has been working tremendously well for me. And I'm not hungry because I'm eating the right food. I don't have to portion control. My portion controlling now is to raise the protein. I'm eating more than I was. Well, it's different food, but it is more. I'm eating more. I've talked about this before. I did want to be a vegan, and I couldn't pull it off. And I eat a lot of chicken breast. And I know the keto community gets on me for that side, and then the vegans will get on me for the same thing anyway, basically. But I don't, I will sometimes eat beef, and I do feel really good when I do. And I know I should eat more. And yep, I am literally saying that I will feel healthier if I eat more red meat. Yes, yep. And my blood work improves too. Everything's turning around. I'm really happy and grateful that I know this now, but it's truly infuriating to know that I could have felt this good my whole life. My whole life was pretty much stripped and robbed from me by misinformation about food. And I so desperately wanted to be thin. I was a musical theater major. I was a dancer, a singer, an actor. I have a dog. Oh, where is he? So anyway, I don't want to waste too much time with anger. I've already wasted enough of my life by being fat, and that was really embarrassing. And I am just now starting to recognize myself in the mirror again. And, I went through some phases where I didn't even feel like I was that fat too. It has been really a trip. But to know how very easy this is to just be healthy. And you basically go way back in time before they told us what to eat. Don't listen to any of it. The food pyramid. South Park had it right. Flip it upside down. Eat the most fat and then protein. And if you have to eat any grains, you really don't. You don't need that stuff. That's not even essential to the human body. If you have to eat that stuff, eat very little of it. And, rarely. Try to just moderate that kind of stuff. Then you don't have to worry so much about portion control and, how much exercise you're doing. You want to exercise. You want to exercise because you feel so freaking good that you can't wait to jump up and down on a trampoline. You can't wait to run on the beach with your dog. You just can't stop yourself from dancing because you feel so fucking good. That is the message that I want to bring out to you. I feel like I wish that I had known this stuff years ago, and maybe I could have been a more effective messenger. Maybe I'm a more effective messenger this way, but it's sad, I do feel like my life was ripped off, and I have to get out of that because I believe in the law of attraction, and I know that what I focused on expanded. That is what happened. And now I'm focusing on the good stuff mostly. And I shouldn't be retelling the bad things, but that happens to be part of how you know what is right and what is wrong. So anyway, that is what we're here to do. We're going to eat whole foods and do intermittent fasting. And you're like, I can't do keto, because I said that, because people told me I had to eat sardines and olives and a lot of things that I just don't even like. When in reality, you can just look at what you're eating now and you know what's wrong. Just stop doing that stuff. Don't stop quitting, right? Don't quit quitting, just like smoking. You know what you're buying. You're wasting your money, okay? Just like cigarettes. It's really no different. I had to quit cigarettes before, so I know what I'm talking about. You're wasting your money on that crap, whatever it is. I don't care if it's, a bag of potato chips, it might be cupcakes, it might be, I don't know. I went through all of it, obviously. I went through eating candy and all kinds of stuff. My dog is playing head games with me. Anyway, it is a challenge, and the biggest tip that I have for that is that shopping, delivery, get your groceries delivered. Just, what I do, I go in the Walmart app. The Walmart app saves all my favorites, which are good things now. It's like big bag of frozen chicken, frozen green beans, avocado, and I like to buy like chunky guacamole that's already made. They sell that at Walmart, and that is really good. That's a good way to sneak in some fat that I can tolerate. I mean, maybe you like olives, maybe you like all this stuff. That's awesome. If you can eat sardines, by all means do that. But I am here to tell you that you don't have to do it that way to lose weight, to improve your health. I even still have sweet taste stuff because that's been my whole life. It's going to be really hard for me to turn that off right now. And then, the element thing. Okay, so now there's maltodextrin. I guess it's been there all along, in the flavored elements. I stopped drinking it for a while, and then I decided, that has helped me stay on the straight and narrow though. So I'm just gonna continue to do it. Raspberry, and I put some chocolate in my coffee. I'm gonna show you how I make my coffee. It's gonna make you I already started doing that video. That is going to be funny. And I can't wait to hear if any of you do bulletproof coffee the way that I do. So yes, just, you have to try to avoid going in the store, because the store is designed to get you to buy things that are bad for you. Sorry, but yep, they are. They say to shop the perimeter. That is pretty much true, I would say. That is going to be the hardest first step. So if you can afford to do delivery, do it until you feel like you're stable enough to go into the store again. I only recently started doing that after like 3 years of delivery. The store is very enticing. It's got all the crap that you used to buy. So you need to avoid that stuff for a while. If at all possible. Maybe you get somebody else to do the shopping for you. Sorry, I'm still a beginner at making videos. Okay. Anyway, I'm not a beginner at losing weight, though. I'll tell you that. So if you can avoid the store, that's great. Once you get rid of the very obvious junk, become comfortable with that. Don't try to do this in a day or two, or even a week or two. Become comfortable. Be like, okay, I used to eat cupcakes or whatever. Find yourself something else. If you're eating cupcakes, then get some berries. Go from that to that. Just make very gradual little changes, and then you will be able to step down off this horrible treadmill of death. And you can start to feel fantastic and like yourself and look like yourself again. All right, so after you get rid of that stuff, then I would say, there are a couple of things with bread that you could do. You can make your own bread with almond flour, but that has anti-nutrients in it, and I am afraid of the habit of bread, at least for me. The habit of bread is very, we used to eat garlic toast the Texas toast. We used to eat that every meal, every day. Have a big old piece of garlic toast, yeah, bread, whatever. That stuff was delicious, but I don't have to have that. I did find a stepping stone I have a local keto bakery. You should look and see if you have one. Keto Cats with KATZ.com. They do ship around the country. I'll put the link in the description, but I'm very lucky. I live really close to them, and I go there, and they make this tremendous asparagus kind of dinner roll, and so I got off the bread with those, and I started eating that instead, and gradually I could stop eating that. I could take or leave it. See, there's a difference with food that's healthy. You could take or leave it. But when it comes to eating that garlic bread, man, if we ran out of that was a catastrophe. And I had to go get it, So, what else? The rice, I think that I've mentioned this before. I'm probably going to repeat myself a little bit from video to video. I'm just kind of winging it. I just want to share my experience with you. I stepped down. I tried to do brown rice from white rice because I believed that was going to be healthier. Who knows? I think they're pretty much the same, when it comes to blood sugar spikes anyway, and insulin spikes. But moving to cauliflower rice, that made a huge difference and impact like you wouldn't believe. And if you only did one thing, if you're eating either rice or potatoes, and you switch it to cauliflower rice and smother it in butter, I eat a stick of butter a day I put it in my coffee. Yeah, you'll see. I put it in my coffee. I put it all over my green beans. I go wild with the butter, and I always thought it was going to make me fat. Well, guess what? It sure does not. It does not. Yeah, so you just get whatever you want and smother it with butter. No, but I mean, if you like green beans, if you like broccoli, it doesn't need to be a complicated diet. It doesn't need to be hard to make. I mean, I literally pre-do my protein, put it in glass containers, and then dump out frozen vegetables on top of it and zap it in the microwave. And that's how I eat every single day. I cook one time a week for real. I work full time. I have a business, and now I'm making these videos. And honestly, eating is not that important to me anymore. Not like it used to be. Oh man, and I thought I had to, raise my metabolism by eating more frequently. What a load of BS. That is such a lie. It is absolutely false. If that's the treadmill that you're on, as soon as you can, cut the snacks out. Get that out of there. If you're eating like more than 3 times a day, you need to stop that. That's terrible for you. I'm sure everybody's different, and there are some situations where I know people who have had surgery who cannot put more into their stomach to get enough nutrients at one time, and they have to do that, and it's just heartbreaking to me because they never needed the surgery. They never needed it. They just needed to not listen to this bad advice. So I don't want anybody to have to go through all of that stuff. It's not necessary at all. And I intend to live to be like 125, and I'm gonna feel good doing it too. I am having a good time with my dog, and I know some of you wanted to see my dog. I'm not gonna try to get him in here because I need a keeper or something. But I'm gonna show pictures of us at the beach. I will put those in there because he is the best. I have him on keto food too, and he's right there with me. He's lost weight. He was perfect when he came to me, but I overfed him. I don't know what I did. I started giving him a little bit of oatmeal in the morning. I don't even know why. For some reason, I thought that it would be good for a dog to eat oatmeal in the morning. No. A dog would never have oatmeal in the wild. Never, ever. Not in a million years. Never. So, yeah, my dog is on a keto diet too, and he's doing fabulously well. He's 10 years old, and he runs every single day. He plays in the lake. He loves to fetch. He likes tug of war. He does not exhibit any signs of pain or anything. Yeah. We walk all over in the park. We go everywhere. He jumps in and out of the car again. So yeah, he's slimmed up a lot too, and he is doing really, really well. He's not been on keto as long as I have. I just, at some point, the brain fog lifted when I got onto keto, and I figured out, oh hey, maybe it's not such a great idea to give your dog, sweet potato food. He was on sweet potato and salmon food, and I think that he was getting like joint pain and stuff, and now he's good. So yep, that is called Keto Naturals, Ketona. They have a bunch of names. It's the same thing. Still the same brand. That stuff has been fantastic. I give them Dr. Marty's on top too, and then there's some beef and salmon treats by Green Butterfly on Amazon, and I put those on top of his food too. He absolutely loves that. And that's a 1 ingredient, little dried beef, little dried salmon. It's phenomenal for him. He loves it, and it is good stuff. Anyway, and he even likes a little pat of butter in the morning. And I know, but the fat is not the problem. The fat is not the problem. It's the sugar, it's the starch. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up. And if you like this video, give me a big thumbs up. I'm just getting used to this. Let me know if you think there's any value in this whatsoever. I will try to work on my video editing skills and stuff and be more consistent. I am making some faceless videos too in between because they're faster to do. Or maybe because I'm camera shy a little. I think it's probably the camera shy thing. But I'm trying to be more confident and get on this camera. Yeah, I was a stage actor. It's a huge difference. You know, when you're on a stage, you can't see yourself ever. And it's liberating. You can't even really see the audience, you know, unless the lights are all on them and you look down intentionally and try to see the audience. It's liberating. But the camera, you know, I keep catching a glimpse of myself, and let's remember, I don't even recognize me yet. Still, kind of. I'm still like, is that me? Are you sure? Yeah, and I'm not at my goal yet, but I have come from like 330 pounds down to 175 now. And I am not gonna stop. I'm probably gonna go for like 135 maybe. But look at how close that is. It's only like 40 pounds. I am merely overweight at this point in my life. And I can't believe it after all the hard struggles. All the hard struggles that didn't work. Or only worked very short term and were extremely difficult. I mean, like astronomically difficult. Just, you know, mind-blowingly difficult. Just, you know what, let's stick with the keto and fasting. Try ordering grocery delivery to avoid that stuff for a while. And, you know, the first 3 days probably going to be pretty hard. It's like breaking any addiction, like cigarettes or drugs or anything else. You might have a little diarrhea for a while. It's perfectly normal and natural. Your body is like, wait, what? I'm going to reset? Okay. And that's a good thing. Let the body reset. Let the body reset and let it heal. Okay. All right. Please subscribe for more. That's what I'm supposed to say, right? If you like this video, give me a big thumbs up and subscribe. All right. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you very much. All right. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.